Peace reflections. Peace to the guys walking the earth. Peace to all the guys walking the earth, man. Wait for a couple people to come in the room. This must be known. Okay, so no matter what you're going through, no matter how much you feel suppressed by the system, peace to all the guys walking the earth. Give your peace to everything in the world. Give your peace out through social media. Give your peace of what you have to the gods. Give everything that you can give from your heart to the gods. Oh, let me turn this off. Because people gonna be messaging and calling every time I want to do something. All these distractions. Every time you want to do something, bro. Anytime you want to do something, sis, with your life reflection, things are gonna come. Things are gonna try to come and distract you from what you're supposed to be doing, what you're supposed to be focusing on. Don't let it distract you. Focus on the kingdom of God. Focus on the kingdom, and all else will be added unto you. Everything that you need. Do not worry about food, water, and shelter, and none of that. Give all of your essence to the kingdom. Render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. If you're working in the system, utilize all that money. Only take what's needed and dip. Get out. Get between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Get to your natural environment. An environment that is more conducive for your growth and for your state of health and for your state of having no stress, of having as less stress as possible anyway, because we got good and bad stress. But at the same time, once your cells get stressed, then that messes up your whole body. And that's what starts cancer in the body. We got all these people going around taking minerals out of the earth, cutting down trees and utilizing it to make paper. They're taking crystals and trying to use them on the crust, when crystals are the bones of the earth. Okay, ink is the blood of the earth. Okay, they're taking ink and oil. You know what I'm saying? They're taking oil to make ink and stuff like that out of the earth. Don't let Babylon stop you. Don't let anything stop you. They're putting out subliminal messages to tell you that you can't do anything but work in this system. They putting out everything that they can to tell you and make you think that, you know, there's nothing else but this. They're doing their best to do that. What we got to do is, no matter what, utilize our own skills and our gifts, whatever talent that you have, whether it's music, whether it's, you know, taking certain tools and building certain things with your hands, whether it's knowing to study certain things and specific things, knowing how to study specific things and take the right information out of it and knowing how to give it out. All of that. You can utilize any skill that you have. You do it on camera. Do what you're supposed to be doing on camera. Go live on all your social media, as many social media as you can. Go to blogs, talk about it. Constantly talk about it. Constantly talk about what you want, what you see yourself as. Constantly envision your higher self. Envision and meditate all the time. Visualize all the time. The Holy Bible says to pray without ceasing. How can you pray? Peace, Solar. I love myself. How can you pray without ceasing? See, people think praying is praying with your lips. No. Praying is basically asking and receiving, knocking and allowing the doors to open for you, and seeking and finding. Even in the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus says that when you seek, you will find. But when you find, you will keep seeking. You will be in awe, and you'll be starstruck at what's going on, and you will keep seeking. You're gonna be like, wow. When you seek and then you find, you're gonna be like, dang. Okay, I was thinking of this, and now I got it. Now let me keep doing it. That's basically what it was just saying. Like, no matter what situation you're in and how suppressed y'all feel, you know what I'm saying, you might feel, you know, no matter what you're going through, whether you're going through a financial situation or anything that's going on, keep your mind on the kingdom of heaven. Keep your mind on the kingdom of heaven, and whatever talent that you have or skill, gift, anything that you have, use that for the kingdom of heaven and proclaim the kingdom. Constantly proclaim the kingdom, and all the doors will be added unto you. I'm telling you, doors are opening in my life right now. Like literally, bro, I'm not working a job, bro. I'm literally not working a job right now. And like, since I've been doing this, since I've been proclaiming the kingdom and listening to carbonation and applying this and actually going out in nature and utilizing the 5 sciences and knowing what my melanin is for and knowing my neuromelanin is and my astrological energy and knowing that I'm a quantum being, I'm infinite, and everything around me is predicated upon my perception, bruh, doors are opening for me. This social media is supposed to be used to connect with your soul family. When you put all this information out, when you put out whatever gift you got out to social media and you're proclaiming the kingdom with it, you're going to attract your soul family. You're going to attract other people into your life that wants to do, that have the same mission as you, that have the same goals as you, but might have different skills. And all of these skills, see, we're like, when it comes to astrology, we're like different wheels. We're like coils. We're like different wheels turning in a machine. And if you don't know like what your wheel is, then you won't know how to turn it with another person's wheel. When you turn your wheels the right way, and you know which way to, you know, turn your wheels to get the machine cooperating correctly, you know, get the machine moving correctly and doing what it's supposed to be doing, then all the other wheels that's working within your wheel, whether you know it or not, whether you're conscious of it or not, it's gonna cause those other wheels to move with you. Okay? It's going to cause all of those other wheels to move with you. And then you're going to become more conscious of the other wheels that's working with you in your life. Your astrological energy is like your aura. Your aura is stretching out infinitely. And all these different planets are part of your aura, of your energy, of your electromagnetic energy that's coursing through your body and constantly being pushed out into the universe infinitely. So all these different planets and stuff and celestial energies are also inside of other people or other reflections of the person's energy as well. If you look into your chart, you will literally see people in your life. If you look into your chart, you will literally see that your mind is projecting, astrologically, your mind is projecting everyone around you. And everyone around you is a piece of them is in your chart. Facts. In your chart. That's why you are the most important thing on this planet. You are the most important thing in the universe because you are the universe. You are the most important thing in this universe. And I'm glad Solar said something about DNA. Because in the same way, DNA holds all the substance of all biological life. But everything that comes out of DNA biologically is just different sets of pieces of DNA called genes. These different pieces of DNA called genes all connect to one another. And see, when you study your astrological energy, you will see that everyone around you is just pieces or just genes connected to your DNA, including your own body. So your own body and all the other bodies around you and everything in biological existence is literally pieces of the genes, all the genes that's connecting to one another to make DNA, which is your true self, which is your objectively who you are, which is the mind of God. You are the mind of God. No matter what's happening in your life, no matter what you're going through, no matter how much you try to do something over and over and over again, you feel like you're failing, fail forward and keep on going. We got to get out of the illusion of separation and thinking that like everything is separate from us, man. We got to actually this is what the internet is for. What we doing right now is what the internet is for. It's not to be distracted by all these quote unquote funny videos and trying to just look at other people's lives. No, you're supposed to be socializing with specific people. It's social media. It's social media, but you're not supposed to be socializing with every single person that's not on your frequency. You have to put out a frequency. You have to elevate your own frequency and then put it out. And then that's going to attract people that's doing the same thing, fam. And these people have valuable information. If it's something that you don't know, somebody else knows. And they're on the same mission as you. And they're going to come into your life and tell you exactly what you need to do, fam. They're going to come into your life and they're going to tell you exactly what you need to do to get to the right place that that y'all both trying to go. You know what I'm saying? That y'all both trying to exist in. The same realm, the same kingdom of heaven, the same kingdom of God that y'all both are doing y'all best to exist in. These people are going to come into your life. That's why it is vital to know your skills. It is vital to know your talents, know what gifts you can give out to humanity without trying to charge people for stuff. I know some of us in these situations where, we feel like we gotta, make our, get money, basically. Get money. But you render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's, fam. If you get some money, use that to render unto Caesar's what is Caesar's. Give it back to the government, but also at the same time giving to God what is God's, which means getting you and yourself together. Getting yourself together and get your tents, get you a grounding kit if you need one, get your resources, your solar panels, get anything, like get you out of the northern hemisphere. Get yourself out of the northern hemisphere, because the northern hemisphere does not get UVB rays. We're supposed to be getting UVB rays in our melanin. That's why people are so depressed. That's why people can't see past this reality. People can't see past Babylon. People can't see past Babylon because they're not getting the right frequency of light. They're not getting the right frequency of sun rays in order to do that. They're not out here grounding like they're supposed to be doing. They're not out here meditating, constantly meditating. Meditating is nothing but having deep thought. And if you in deep thought all the time about what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to make the right decisions. And you're going to constantly make the right decisions every moment, no matter how many times you might doubt yourself, no matter how many times you might feel like you down, you're going to always attract what's needed to you. And if you get some money, do what you're supposed to be doing with it. Do what you're supposed to be doing with it when it comes to the kingdom. Okay? When it comes to the kingdom, getting yourself right and getting the fuck out their system. We got to focus on this all day, every day. And when we put this out to our reality, we put this out to our realm and all our reflections, all this light bounces off everyone, and everyone that can see it are like mirrors. The light is bouncing. All the energy that you're putting out is really light. Okay? All the energy you're putting out is really light. Even sound converts into light. Everything in this realm, everything on the electromagnetic spectrum is light. And even on the electromagnetic spectrum, there's visible light and there's invisible light. What we call invisible light is darkness. When you in darkness, when the light is off, it's still light in the room. It's just when you cut that switch on, the energy, electromagnetic energy goes into a light bulb and it vibrates a coil. When that coil vibrates to a certain frequency, and when that coil vibrates to a certain frequency, it converts the energy around the atomic structure of the chemical compounds around it into light, into photons, into visible light. Everything you speaking, everything that you're doing, every way that you're moving is light, fam. And when you put that out, you constantly put that out, that bounces off everyone like mirrors, fam. Everyone is literally a mirror of you, just angled a certain way, angled at a certain degree. I'm so joyous right now, like real talk. Everything, like doors are opening up. And I want to put that, that's why I want to put this message out, man. Focus is currency, fam. Focus is your true currency. We have to constantly focus on what we want to do with our lives. Not focus on working for another man's dream that is most likely dedicated to Babylon, killing, stealing, and destroying the earth. And if you are in tune with that, when nature starts to fight back, which nature has already started, when nature getting ready to wipe out these people, man. I'm telling you, nature is getting ready to wipe out the cancer cells. You don't have to do anything but focus on the kingdom. You ain't got to fight back. People out here trying to fight against the system and talk, and talk against the system and without embracing their own system, without acknowledging the system that already exists that is apart from their system, which is nature. You got 3 different realms. You got nature, which is the matrix that all the other matrix is coming from. Then you got Babylon, which is the U.S. corporation, all these other corporations and quote unquote cities and all these tumors basically. And then you got the internet, which is a bridge between the two. Okay? You as a natural being are supposed to use the internet to connect with people that may or may not be in their system, that may or may not be in Babylon or in nature or vice versa. And you're supposed to be connecting with those that are in nature and doing their best to build the kingdom like you want to build. If you were in Babylon or you in a state of, the U.S. corporation or something like that. And you're also supposed to be using that to reach back and pull people that might be wondering how to get out of Babylon and helping them by your information, by the information and by how you're living your life and what you want to do with your life. We got to constantly focus on this every single day. And that's what I've been doing for months and months and months. I've been doing this. Now I've been getting more consistent with it. And that's why doors are opening up. You got to be consistent. You got to be committed. You got to do it consistently. And you must communicate with your reality. The 3 C's. You got to have your morals over your desires. No matter what you desiring to get to, always keep your morals first. Keep your morals first. But you got to have some integrity. You got to have some self-respect. You got to have some perseverance. You got to dedicate yourself fully to this mission. Fully. Your whole body. Can't be worrying about anything that's happening on this plane. Except for what you want to do. Do not worry at all, because the birds ain't out there worrying. The birds ain't out there worrying about what they're going to eat. A flower ain't out there worrying about what it's going to eat. A tree not out there worrying about what it's going to take in, what energy it's going to take in. Focus your mind, fam. Focus your mind, reflection. Focus. It's easier done than said. Like my reflection solar told me one day. It's easier done than said, because it's more complicated explaining how to do it than rather just me telling you and then you just go ahead and do it. If I constantly have to explain to you how to do it instead of you just taking what I said and then doing it. See, I can go out and dribble a ball and dunk it faster than me explaining to you how I did it. You get me? So focus is currency, fam. Always keep your mind focused. And that's the message for today, man. Peace to all the guys walking the earth. John Mashak is here to live out and teach our wisdom as an example for the collective consciousness. And I love myself. Reflected light from the Immortal Chief Eligio to Christ. Incarnation. Thank you for invoking the Holy Spirit, which is pure thought in me, and being a higher self version of the brown man and woman walking this planet, which are gods walking the earth, manifesting their own heavens every second, whether consciously or unconsciously. We want you to get to there consciously. We don't want you to be struggling and being depressed and being confused about what's going on in your life because you're not aware of what's really going on. What's really going on is when you have an imagination and you have things you really want to do, all these obstacles will start coming so you can overcome them. Not to put you down, not for you to be stuck in the same place, for you to overcome them, for you to keep your focus so you can see through your obstacle to the end. The race is not given to the swift nor the strong, but those who endure to the end. I love myself, reflection. Peace to all the guys.